What's up, everybody? My name's Parasite. Welcome back to the Jose Mourinho Challenge with Sporting. Today we have Spartak Trnava in the second leg of the Europa Conference League League Path fourth qualifying round, and then Moreirense in the Liga Portugal. We played a few games, including the home match against Spartak Trnava, and it's gone pretty well. So we last saw you for the second leg against Celje, where we drew 1-1. Pretty disappointing, but we've done really well since then. Played Boavista after that, beat him 3-0. Tabata getting a hat trick. Two were penalties, but he's still got a hat trick, so technically it counts. Nuno Santos getting injured in this match is unfortunate. A little bit of rotation. Tomas played up top. Obviously, Tabata played. Abisher started. Other than that, it's pretty much the first team. We then played the match against Spartak Trnava and beat them 4-1. So we're in a pretty good spot going into this away leg. We just need to be comfortable. I mean, we can lose and be all right. I don't see us losing by 3 goals or more, so I think we're going to be okay. But I want another good performance because we've been playing well. Spartak Trnava match, Jalpolini gets a goal from a corner. Good to see. They get an own goal. Tabata gets sent off. So we're up 2-0. We're up 2-1, and Tabata got sent off. And then we just went and scored 2 more goals. So basically 2-0 after the sending off. Pretty dang good. Being down a man. Good to see the response from the team. Then played Gil Vicente. So we've not played any great teams in the league so far, but we're beating the teams that we should. Gil Vicente, a 4-0 win. Gonzalez this time with a hat trick. He played very well. He got a 10 rating, actually. He had 10, perfect 10. He got an assist as well. Good game from him. Mateus Nunez getting the other goal. So now I've got Spartak Trnava. And I'm going with pretty much a full strength squad. We've got an easy match coming up in the league next. We've got Estoril Praia, who are towards the bottom. 16th place. They haven't won a game yet. They're 0-4. So I think I can rest some players for that match. So I'm going to go pretty much full strength. Adan in net. Aguilar, Caceres, and Ignacio Mendez. We have to rotate our wingers a little bit because Tabata is suspended and Nuno Santos is injured. So Kolumwani comes in, gets another start in Europe. Douglas Costa gets a start on the other side. So 2 wingers today. Gonzalez is going to start again after his great match he had. Bale again up top, who's been good. He only has 1 goal. It was a penalty. But he's putting in good performances. That's what's made him better, I think, than Thiago Tomas. Tomas was very hot or cold. He either scored or he was just dreadful. Did nothing. Bale contributes to the entire team performance, even if he's not the one getting the goal. So I'm happy with the performances I've seen from Gareth Bale, playing that deep line forward role. Hoping to see more from him, though. I want to see a few more goals. It's Gareth Bale. He should be scoring quite a few goals in this league. But going in, this should be a very winnable match. With this starting 11 out there, I mean, obviously I just don't want to lose, but I still want to put together another good performance. All right, boys, I want you to forget about that first leg. We had a good, comfortable victory, but we needed to approach this match with nothing less than 100% focus. Play as if you're starting from scratch. With a comfortable first leg win in the bag, surely the second leg will be nothing more than going through the motions. Will you be able to motivate your team to put in a professional performance? Believing in ourselves is half the battle. Go into every match with a positive mindset. Why have you not picked Manuel Ugarte today? He's been in good form recently. It's just squad rotation. That's the nature of the beast these days. He's going to start next match. Dominic Takac has been almost unbeatable in goal for Spartak Trnava recently. We scored 4 against him, but I don't know if that's unbeatable. How do you solve this problem of getting past him? I think we can unsettle him and make him uncomfortable. That'll add to the challenge. I don't think we're going to be scoring another 4 goals. Obviously, I'd like that, but I'm not expecting, as we nearly score after a minute, I'm not expecting that to happen away from home. But 2-0, give me a comfortable 2-0, dominating performance. Aguilar, a tight groin. Probably do want to pull him out for that, even though he doesn't have an injury designation. His fitness isn't terrible right now, but I don't really want to risk him in a game that I think is a foregone conclusion. I won't tell my players that, but I think it's a foregone conclusion. Gareth Bale with another chance. I'd like to see Gareth Bale put those in the back of the net. I got him because I thought he would be clinical. I am actually going to make that change. This guy will come in. Not going to risk him. Yeah, I want to see Bale being a little bit more clinical. He hasn't had a bunch of chances, but just because he's playing that deep line forward role, he's more involved in the build-up than getting on the end of it. Pedro Gonzalez is kind of our quote-unquote striker. As João Palhinha gets another goal from a corner. Good to see. I wanted to see that from him. But Pedro Gonçalves is our top goal scorer right now. He's kind of the guy we were looking for to get the goals, is that shadow striker. He's very good in front of goal, so I think he can do the job. I think he can be our top goal scorer this season, and I would not be unhappy. Gareth Bale should still get quite a few, too. Looks like we're going to go into halftime with a 1-0 lead. Dominating performance. Got the lead. Kind of what I asked for. Can't be too unhappy with that. They've had 2 shots, none on target. Basically no XG. No chances created. We don't have any either, which is surprising. From 10 shots, 6 on target. XG's not that good, though, so we're not getting the best shots. But still, it's a dominating performance away from home. Good to see. I'm happy with the number of shots on target today. Keep it up. I'm still looking for a better conversion rate, though. Work on that in the second half. Our dominance has not changed. We're in the 69th minute. We've still got plenty of shots on target. We're just still not converting them into goals, which isn't ideal against a bad team. And supposedly a bad goalkeeper, even though he said he's been playing really well. He's still a goalkeeper in the Slovakian league. So I think we should be better at getting goals past that goalkeeper. But we're playing well. Can't really be too mad about it. Time to make a few subs, though. We've got a lot of tired players out there. Costa, Gonçalves, Bale, all very tired. Gonçalves and Bale complacent, which is not ideal, but we've got Gonzalo Plata on the bench. He's going to have to be our backup winger for this match. Abisher needs some fitness too, and Gonçalves has played quite a bit, and he's played well, but it might be time to pull him. I kind of want to bring both Costa and Bale off just because they're old, and probably a little bit more risk of getting injured than Pedro Gonçalves, especially with my lack of wingers right now. That'd be nice not to have to rely on him right now, but I think I'm actually going to do that. I think I'm going to leave Gonçalves on. He's younger. He can handle the rigors of the game a little bit more than Costa or Bale can. So Plata's going to come on the left. I believe he's left-footed. He is left-footed, so he can play that winger role. And then Tomas can come in as a pressing forward up top. All 3 subs are 69 minutes, but even if we have an injury or a sending off, I think we're going to be fine. I can rotate the squad and find a way to keep us solid defensively, even if something like that happens. But 5-1. We're not going to throw that away. And we've got a highlight. 72nd minute. It's going to be a corner for Spartak, but it goes over. Their first chance we've actually seen in the game. And pretty ho-hum chance. Still not a shot on target for them. We've had 8, but only scoring one of those 8 shots on target. Again, when you've got guys like Bale and Gonçalves and Douglas Costa, you'd expect better. You'd expect a little bit better. Nuno Mendes playing kind of out of position a little bit right now. Playing on that right-hand side for a little bit. Moving back to his natural position, though. Going to find a ball to Tomas. Mateus Nunes, who's been very good to start the season for us. Kolomuani did not have a good game in the Europa Conference League match he played in last time, but he's not terrible today. 6.9. He's not having one of the better performances, but he's not costing the team anything, so for 5th winger, I'll take it. Looks like it's going to be a 1-0 win, though. I'm happy to get the win. I'm happy to have a dominating performance. Obviously, there's a lot we still need to work on, but we're going in the right direction. I'm happy with how this tie went. We won the first leg, and then went on to finish the job here. Thoroughly professional job. Well done. No post-game press conference, but good win, and that does put us into the Europa Conference League group stage. We are one of the 1 seeds for the draw, one of 8 teams that are seeded first, so should get a very winnable group. Let's do the draw right now. So we're in with the likes of Malmo, Celtic, Başakşehir here, Sociedad, Young Boys, Boss. So there's some good teams in the first, so not having to play any of those teams is a good thing. Second seeds, there's definitely a drop. Everton and Fiorentina, obviously the biggest teams in that seed. Hopefully don't get either of them. Third seeds, Nice, Anderlecht, a decent side. So everyone else, I strongly would expect a win against, especially if we can get this Macedonian, is that what that is? North Macedonian club? Yeah, that'd be nice. And the fourth, Austria Vienna's probably decent. Bodo Glimt, I think, is actually pretty decent too. So I'd like to avoid both of those. Anyone else I'd feel pretty good about, especially this Russian team that I've never heard of. How are they in the Europa Conference League? Never heard of them in my life. This Georgian team would be nice too. Let's see what we get. Let's just draw the first. So we are Group B. So we want to see Everton or Fiorentina drawn against Başakşehir here. I do not want to play either of them. Everton, perfect. That's probably the best of the two. So I'm very happy with that. Now just avoid Fiorentina. I want like Apoel, maybe Bate or FCSB or Rosenborg. Any of those 4, I'd be happy with. See who we get. Okay. FCSB and Romania. I think that's a very winnable match. Are they the weak? I mean, Bate might be the weakest of these. Maybe Apoel. They're definitely up there for pretty weak squads. So, I mean, that's about a good of a pot 2 draws we could have gotten. Malmo get Bate. Basel get Rosenborg. Sociedad get Rapid. Young Boys get Trabzonspor. Celtic get Fiorentina. What a group that's going to be. And Spartak get Apoel. So this we're looking at not get Anderlecht or Nice. I mean, I want like Riga, the Latvian club. Sarajevo maybe. This Macedonian club obviously would be nice. Just not Nice or Anderlecht. So one of them going first would be great again. I would make a tough group too. It is Anderlecht. We have gotten lucky. We just need to avoid Nice now. Let's see who we get. Jablonec. Okay, Czech Republic club, not too bad. Could have been easier, but I mean, they might be one of the better ones that aren't at a major nation or Belgium. I would love to get this Macedonian club. That would have been perfect. Riga, I think, would have been pretty comfortable. I'll take Jablonec, though. Should be another winnable game. They get Macedonian club goes against Malmo and Bate. Nice, Basel, and Rosenborg. That's a tough group. There's some good teams in there. Like I think any of those teams could win the group. I really was hoping to see Nice and the Celtic Fiorentina because that'd be a Europa League group in the Europa Conference League. Utrecht goes with Sociedad Rapid. Sarajevo get Trabzonspor and Young Boys. Celtic and Fiorentina. Whoever gets picked is going to get absolutely destroyed, especially if it's Riga. It's Hapoel. They'll be a little bit better than Riga, I think, but Spartak, Hapoel, and Riga. Spartak got in a pretty easy group. They should be getting through that one without any problem. And again, this one, I want to see Bodo or Austria Wien go. Yeah, both can go, so either of them going first, that would be a very tough group. It's both. Wow. The luck we have gotten and the lack of luck Istanbul Başakşehir here has gotten. They might not get through that group. They get Everton, Anderlecht, and Bodo Glimt, who are like one of the best teams in Norway right now. Anderlecht, obviously one of the better teams in Belgium. Everton, very good team in England, so they're going to be in with a little bit of trouble. Of these, the ones I want, obviously this Russian club I think would be pretty easy. Luzern I think would be pretty easy. Vålerenga. This Georgian club is the one I want though. Dynamo Tbilisi, just a club to absolutely just destroy. We finally get a tough draw. Austria Vienna, I mean, they're pretty lucky to get this draw too, because I think they can definitely get through this group. To be a 4th seed and to get Steaua Bucharest, Jablonec, obviously they have to play us, which is unfortunate, but I doubt they're going to win it. I think we should still win this group, but they should. I think they're probably favorites to get through over FCSB and Jablonec. So who gets this group? Of course they get, dude, Malmo should be walking that group. I know they're not really that great either. Like I think Borisov can give them a game, but it should be a pretty easy group for Malmo. I want this to be tough. There's really no tough draw, so whoever they get, they should be St. Mirren, maybe the toughest one they could have gotten. So Scottish club, not a bad nation. That's an interesting group. I don't think they'll be able to get through that, St. Mirren, but Vålerenga go there. Ooh. So Young Boys and Trabzonspor, definitely a top-heavy group. Sarajevo and HJK should get pretty whooped on. If the Georgian club goes here, Celtic and Fiorentina are just gonna destroy that group. They get Luzern, so wow, Spartak get possibly the easiest club in every single pot. Apoel might have been the easiest pot 2. Riga, I think, were the easiest pot 3, and Dynamo are definitely the easiest pot 4. I mean, maybe Macedonian club's a little bit better than Riga. I don't know. I think the Macedonian league is probably better than the Latvian league. Spartak should be walking that group, though. But we should feel pretty good about ours. I think we can definitely get through it. Should win it. Austria Vienna will give us a little bit of trouble. I'm not sure how Steaua Bucharest or FCSB. I don't think they're the actual Steaua Bucharest that have had European success before. I think it's kind of a offshoot club. But they might give us 1 or 2 problems. Jablonec, I know, aren't terrible. So we'll be challenged, but we should still be able to get through this group. Now we've got a game in between. We play Astoria Prague. Going to rest pretty much all the starters for that. And we'll be back for the Moreirense match. They're in 8th. They were 5th last season. This should be competitive. And we are back for the second match against Moreirense in the Liga Portugal. We had what should have been a layup against Historia Praia in between, and we drew 1-1. We were just absolutely dreadful the first half. The worst half of football this team has played under my management. They took the lead in the 29th minute, and we did absolutely nothing. But then we absolutely blitzed them the second half. Just destroyed them. They didn't have a shot. We had like 12. And yet our only goal was a penalty. Our finishing has been horrible this season. We've scored a fair number of goals for no penalties, but usually it's penalties getting some of the goals for us. An own goal and a penalty to get 4 against Spartak, and then 2 penalties to get 3 against Boavista. We're not scoring as many goals from open play as the results might make you think. Our finishing. It was a problem at the end of last season. I thought Gareth Bale would help. I don't think he's enough. Douglas Costa has been bad. He has been our worst winger of our main 4. He's still going to get a lot of game time because he's still Douglas Costa. He hasn't been like 6.5 bad. He hasn't been Thiago Tomas bad because Tomas is the worst player on the team right now. At least that sees the field. He's the worst player. He's done absolutely nothing. He's started a few matches. He's come on as a sub quite a bit. And he's literally done absolutely nothing. I am still glad I replaced him because Bale might not be finishing, but he's still playing well. So I'm still happy that we replaced him because if we didn't have Gareth Bale, we might not be winning games at all. Because Bale's opening opportunities for other players while Tomas literally does nothing. He's not a creator. He doesn't help in the passing play. He doesn't do anything. The only thing he should be able to do is run fast and score goals. He only does one of those things, and just running fast doesn't help the team. So, not great. This is a squad. I'm going to go with pretty much our strongest squad. I think everyone is back. Nuno Santos is back. I'm going to introduce him a little bit slowly. I'm going to start Douglas Costa and Tabata today. Tabata's been playing really well, so that's good to see. Other than that, just our starting lineup. There is one bit of business. Probably one of our most important players. Maybe I would say our second most important. Because of his potential, Gonzalo Inacio, has signed a new contract. He had a contract till 2025. He came to me asking about wanting another one. I was able to talk him down, but still, he was on cheap wages, $12K, until 2025, so I could have just milked that, but I wanted to secure him down for a very long time. So we have given him an 8-year contract, 5 years with an optional 3-year extension, which we will be accepting. He is now our highest paid player, but other than Nuno Mendes, I don't think anyone else deserves it more than Gonzalo Inacio. He's very good, very young, one of the best young center backs in the game, on 46.5K, which isn't a whole lot. Like the same kind of money that Vinagre was on last season. So pretty happy with the deal. About 6,000 more than Adan, who is our second top earner. I think it's just a good deal. I think in a few years, that's going to be looking like a very cheap deal, especially 8 years down the line. I probably won't be here anymore, but I think that's still going to be looking like a very good deal for the club. So happy with that. Hopefully he has another good performance today. He's been good this season, so still want to look for more goals from Gareth Bale. He got another goal, but it's just another penalty. I think Gonzalez is our top goal scorer. Bruno Tabata actually our second, but he got all those in one game. So, yeah, I just need to see more goals. I need to see more clinical finishing from this team. And we can be very good. This is a match we should be winning. Make sure you do. Some set-piece goals have masked our struggles in front of net. I need to see more clinical finishing today. It all starts today. I have faith in all of you. Go out there and make a difference. 11 minutes in, there's been one shot in the match. Fortunately, it's for us. But still, I'd hope for a little bit more. 11 minutes into a match. We are away from home against a good team, but I need to see a lot more going forward from this team. Douglas Costa has a chance. Deep cross into him. Oh, it goes in. Good Lord. Falls to Pedro Gonzalez, and I believe that's Douglas Costa's first assist in the league, at least, of the season. Little lucky. Bounces around a little bit. Just barely P-rolls across the line, but a goal's a goal. Good ball in for Pedro Gonzalez. The defender gets his foot to it. Otherwise, I think that's going in. So that should be a goal for Pedro Gonzalez. It's another goal for our top goal scorer, Pedro Gonzalez. Another highlight, starting with them in the 14th minute from their goal kick. Should be able to win this. Mateus Nunes does, but he does win it the second time. So we do get control of the ball. Looking to go on the attack. Tabata, Nuno Mendes, who I also want to get tied down to a long-term contract. He's not interested in discussing right now, but a good season, maybe a good start to the season. Maybe he can get more happy at the club and be willing to sign a long-term deal. I want to get him on the same kind of deal that I have. Ignacio Pedro Gonçalves is a god. I want to get him on the same kind of terms that Ignacio's on. 8-year deal. He's probably going to want a little bit more than Ignacio, probably 50 to 60. I'll be happy with 50 to 55. I think that's fair for a club of our size for an 8-year deal. Again, I think it'll be a deal that looks cheap in 6-7 years, so I'll be looking to get that done as soon as possible, but it might take a little bit. Some teams are interested in him, some big teams. Real Madrid, I believe, are very interested. They put in loan bids, but they put in bids. Actually put in a bid to loan him with a mandatory future fee of $16 million. That is a slap across the face. That is an embarrassment of an offer. So I promptly rejected it. That is literally the worst offer I think I've ever gotten. Dude's valued at like $60 million, and they're offering 16 after a loan deal. We are doing what I've asked. Douglas Costa with another assist. We have got our third goal. Only 25 minutes in. We are being clinical. It's about dang time. Douglas Costa doing well down this right-hand side. Gets the ball in with his right foot, actually. Tabata arriving at the far post. Good finish. This is what I've been looking for. Away from home, especially. Against a good team. It's good to see us doing well. They dropped down to 11th with this result. We have dropped 2 points, but other than that, we're going pretty well. We've played a game less than almost every other team in the league. At least every team in the top of the table. Pedro Gonçalves, who's been amazing so far. That, if it's on, it's 2 goals and an assist in the game for Pedro Gonçalves. 40 minutes in. Pretty good start to the match. I think I'll probably look to rest him. It is a goal. We go 4-0 up. We'll be looking to rest some starters. See who's lacking in sharpness a little bit, lacking in fitness. I mean, Pedro Gonçalves, just because I don't want to get injured, he's our best player right now. So he's another guy I consider giving an 8-year deal to, but he is a little bit older. He's like 24 years old. His potential, I mean, he's 3.5 stars right now. He's got 4-star potential. Will he reach it? I don't know. I just know he's really good. So maybe we lock him down for 8 years. A little bit more hesitant to do his deal. That's about as good of a first half as you're likely to see. Well done so far. You did what I asked of you. You took your chances when you were presented with him. And it's highlighted what's been an overall very good team performance. Let's keep it going in the second half. First highlight of the second half comes in the 62nd minute. Kind of coasted through this half, but I don't mind it too much. When you've got a comfortable lead, just see the game out. I made a couple changes at halftime. Abisher came on for Pedro Gonçalves. Wanted to rest our best player. Also, Thiago Tomas came on for Gareth Bale, and he looks like he might get his first goal of the season. If he's not offside, he will have finally scored a goal. Partially the reason I want to see Tomas do something. Partially, Bale's our most injury-prone player. Tomas does get his goal. That is going to be huge for his confidence. Good to see him come out and actually play well. Pretty quickly getting that goal. He's only been on the pitch for 12 minutes. Or I guess a little bit longer. 17 minutes. And he gets a goal. Very good. Very well done by Thiago Tomas. A very good team performance today. 80th minute. Looking to make our last sub. Who else do I want to come off? Maybe Douglas Costa. Again, another old player whose fitness is a little bit of a concern. Maybe Nuno Mendes. He had that knock to start the season. Maybe look to take him a little bit slow getting back into the game. Maybe Nuno Santos. Actually, I kind of want to bring Nuno Santos on. He needs a little bit of game time. We need to get him up to fitness, even though Tabata is playing well, as is Douglas Costa, which is good to see. Tabata's actually the more tired of the two, but he's also much younger, so I'm not as worried about his fitness as I am for Douglas Costa. So I think I'm going to take Douglas Costa off, bring on Nuno Santos, see the game out, see if Nuno Santos can get a few good minutes in there, get his feet back under him, and see this game out. A 5-0 win, be happy with that. If you gave me that at the start of the game, I'd be very happy with that. Looks like that's how it's going to end. 5-0 over Moreirense. The best performance probably in my time as manager. I mean, they had a few shots. They were not out of the game completely. They had 0.5 XG, but we weren't dominated on possession. We actually had more possession. We created a lot of chances, but most importantly, we put away our chances. 50% conversion rate. That is much better than what we've been seeing. So we put away our chances. Tomas gets a goal. Tabata gets another goal. Douglas Costa gets an assist. if not a couple. I think he got 2 assists. Very good, well-rounded game. Very, very well done today. That was an excellent win. We need to look to build on this. We can still get better. And we're going to need to if we're going to match our ambition. Did you honestly believe you could take advantage of their poor form? We'll back ourselves against anyone. If the opposition are struggling, we have to go after the win with everything we got. Morale seems really high right now. How far can it take you? This is the sort of thing we need to build on and take advantage of. If we can cultivate a strong team spirit, we'll be on to something special. We started off pretty well. I'm happy that we're in 4th, but still have 2 games in hand on Porto and a game in hand on Benfica and Belenenses. Belenenses is actually going very well. 16 points through 6 games. Surprising for a team of that stature, but we actually have the second best goal difference in the league. Especially, that match probably does a lot of it, but second best goal difference in the league behind Porto, and we've played 2 less games. We started off very well. We can definitely compete for the title, I think. But I think top 3 should be definitely in hand. That was very good. Our best win of the season. Going forward, our games are coming thick and fast. We're in a lot of competitions. Obviously, the league, the Europa Conference League group stage is coming up. The Allianz Cup is coming up. And the Taça de Portugal. We've got a lot of fronts to play on, and it's not going to be easy. That is a very busy September. And I want to show a lot of these games, too. I think I'm going to come back next time for Austria Vienna and Vizela, because I definitely want to show this Benfica match. I definitely want to show this Porto match. And I definitely want to show Austria Vienna, because I think they're our biggest competition in the conference group right now. So, yeah, Austria Vienna and Vizela next match. We'll see you for that. That's been a very good episode. Thank you for joining me. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials and my Twitch are in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.